राजू कोश्यारी जी, डॉक्टर केशव राव।
टाइम पे कितना बोला है?
Well, it has been a long wait for the people to decide the Congress party. So I confess at the very outset, I shall not match the legal sophisticacy of my friend Abhishek, nor the fluency of thundering content of my leader of the opposition. It's very true. I don't know why friends from this side were really disturbed when my great good friend Ram Jetpalani wanted to talk. You must all know that he has been representing the Swiss bank case. He has been representing all the cases of corruption against CBI. So he would know things better than all of us. So you must know, you must give him some time. But at the same time, let me also say one word. A senior leader who has been a chief minister earlier, even when we are talking, we are trying to arouse some kind of sentiments here through your passions, as we have witnessed today, a most animated, polarized debate on an issue on which paradoxically all of us have been saying we all agree that there should be a strong Lokpal. The most perplexing paradox is that while all of us agree that there should be a strong Lokpal and a long Lokpal bill, yet we are still trifling with the basic tenet as to what it makes a strong Lokpal bill. Before jumping into that, we have been again a witness, to some kind of tamasha that was going around the parliament, which my friend Manishankara would call it a Goebbels movement, or a great writer like Dua would consider it an outside movement, outside this labor movement. Whatever it is nice, is very good that today we are not sitting under a duress or some kind of an indirect influence of somebody who is holding a gun to you. One who has been playing God to you, one who has been laying down gospel for you, one who forgot that all of us go back to 14 lakhs of people every 5 years. We become accountable and know their sentiments and their moods every now and then when we go back to our constituencies. We know about it. It's not that I am arrogating to ourselves that we know more than anything else. Certainly the civil society has a right, as every man in this country has a right to talk to us. It could be quite possible my constituent who is talking to me, finding fault with my own government functioning. Quite possible a man on the street could also come and tell me that something is going wrong with the governance. But civil society people, let them know that we are not uncivil. All of us, both of us constitute civil society. It is a chance that we had come here because we love to spend more time with the people, which you would like to romanticize. To romanticize the poverty, to romanticize the corruption is something which we have not understood. So we are trying to immediately double tap. Sir, I would like to take one word. What really hurt us most from this benches, the Congress, is all of you have been considering as if we are running away from the corruption bill, as if we have been abating the corruption. But shall I tell you, Mr. Chairman, sir, if at all there is any party in this country or in the world which has always been after fighting corruption, it is the Congress party. In 1946, it is we who first brought in the bill and wanted, first we wanted 1946, daily special police, which was coming with because of war crimes. When war crimes, please hear this, please will you understand, will you give me time? See, I have heard you, I don't think I am one of those. No, I don't mind, please tell me, yeah. Anything you want? I know, that is why, that is why, Chandan, always you have been really agitated. I know you are always a man in haste, as you have always been on TVs. Without hearing me, you used to reply to me. Now, hear me. 46 and Britishers for a year. What exactly happened was, after the war crimes, they came with the daily special police. And 47, on the eve of a declaration of independence, we had concretized this into a regular act. The credit goes, at that time, to Panditji, who wanted that. Then, sir, again, let us get back to 47 for Prevention of Corruption Act, it was this Congress party which has brought it.
Sir, that was national government.
All right, national government, agreed, headed by, yes, agreed, you were also there. So, please, let me tell you, you see, I am no more patriot than you. All of us are as much patriot as everyone is claiming himself to be. What I am saying is, the very history of fighting corruption has been a national movement. It's another matter, the Congress has been leading it. Another matter. Perhaps you were more in front than us, it's another matter. But question today, what I am saying is, when the leader of opposition said, it is not the sense of this house, but then the sense of the nation. That is what I try to welcome. We have been fighting this way back from that time. Then again, sir, what exactly happened? In 49, the constant government, it has started this Bakshi Collection Committee, again for corruption. Again, 53, we have got the Railway Corruption Act. Then again, again in 55, we have got administration and vigilance divisions. Every department and every ministry had the vigilance commissions in it. Like the way I am saying this is, sir, now we have this Lokpal. All this is our journey has been really committed and tiresome too. To say that 40 years we have not brought a thing is we have not forgotten the present. Although Mr. Duasa tried to compliment for the ombudsman moved by Singhvi, 60, that ombudsman was looking for more a grievance and redressal shape. It was trying to sort out not the kind of the Lokpal which you are talking about. That is why all our objections. That is why all we are trying to put our minds. It is not only the 500 or 800 people in this house, or it is the parliament who can decide as to what this nation wants when you think this is a national sense. What you want is to take them all. And sir, let me tell you, having covered this person's journey, it is Sonia Gandhi, for the first time in the National Advisory Committee, who in 2010 brought this form, which is now today is the Lokpal bill. She has appointed the task force committee and has now and wanted the bill to come. Yesterday, when for the first time she came out to speak to the nation and said, although she was keeping quiet for some time, she said, we have to get this bill passed. Why? Same thing like...
No, please. Please. No, please.
No.
It's no allegation.
It is no allegation.
It is no allegation, madam.
Sir,
It is no allegation.
I think, sir, when I am speaking,
It is no allegation. Take your seat. It is not allegation. Sit down. Sit down. No allegation.
I'm telling you, please,
Sit down.
sir, let me submit. I think I am one of those who never cross my limit, nor violate any rules.
I already told you it is no allegation.
It is no allegation there, please.
It is no allegation. When it is allegation, I will intervene.
No, we can do that about
If it is allegation, I will intervene. Pani ji, आप बैठिए. No, please, आप लोग बैठिए. Why do you stand up? You sit down.
Without permission.
Pani, please, for my
Prabha ji,
sake.
बैठिए.
Sir, please sit down.
Prabha ji, बैठिए.
Sir, again,
No, please.
what I'm trying to say is, that's all Mr. Duwadi has been trying to talk about the big
Please
movement
wait.
outside, the tamasha outside. You know what it is? Mr. Kejriwal
Krishna Rao ji, you address the chair.
Sir, the Kejriwal met the Lokpal bill in the NAC. He got the bill, Lokpal bill in NAC, not elsewhere else. In another matter, he tried to play a melodramatic. I'm not saying that. Why I'm saying is, all of us sitting here, who know our people better, who know the needs of the nation better, who have been always put to some kind of a test for every 5 years, have been putting our minds. And I tell you, the great thing was there once we had NAC came, when it was being discussed in the House. The great thing about our Prime Minister was, he wanted that a bill like this should not just be drafted by few people because they can write English or they can write law. It should incorporate the mind and sense of the people. Reach out to as much as people, larger sections of people in the country. That is what the Prime Minister, with the great help of Mr. Pranab Mukherjee and other 2 or 3 colleagues, have been trying to do. Not that they had no time at all, not that they had a leisure time. They did it because a bill of this nature should take not only the MPs or few ministers here and there or the experts, but talk to the very genius and ingenious of the people and talk to their mind. Then what they did, and when we are reading about the standing committee report, it is the Prime Minister who held the meetings. He held them, we did not bother. If someone was trying to pose himself as God, was playing God, he was laying down the gospel, we did not bother because we behaved culturally. We behaved decently because we belong to this house. We don't belong to the streets or the Ramlila ground houses. We thought we should invite them if they have something to tell us, which is being mistaken by media. Our flexibility is being mistaken as our weakness. Our talking to people is being mistaken as if we have no mind of our own. Or we succumb to this kind of pressures. We have not worked under duress at all. In one of the TVs, the gentleman was asking me, why care for them at all? Mr. Chandramitra was there. Shashi Bhushan replied and said, why do you care for us? I said, because you are not decent. We are one. We are cultured enough. So we care for you. And today I am telling you, all the house, all the members of us are happy. And what we pray God to give so that Mr. Anna Hazare's health, about Anna Hazare's health. We still care, whatever be his posturing. Now, sir, having said all this, we have tried to take as many people as possible. I am only immediately jumping into the thing because I have no time, sir. Sir, my friend here, TMC, I'll come to only 3-4 people. TMC are my friends in the states. States have been talking about the federalism or the rights of the states being curtailed or being invaded. Please, I have the bill with me. I have gone through. Give me one chapter where the state rights are taken away. If you can read after the amendment, after it said, what it says, everything about Lokpal, there shall be Lokpal, blah, blah, blah. Then, sir, provided that the provisions of this act, that is Lokpal Act, shall be applicable to a state, which has given to I'm sorry. Sir, what I'm saying is, provided that the provisions of this act shall be applicable to a state which has given its prior consent to the application of this act. If you have not given, it is not applicable. Now, I'll come next to you. No, there are 3 things. You have raised 3 issues. I'll talk, then you can reply. Yeah, I know. No, I'll tell you. Then what happens is, a state might get up, like West Bengal, or I was just talking to you about Tamil Nadu. All right, we don't talk about it at all. What happens? Again, let us go back to 64.5. It says, the present system that you have, the present institutions that you have, 64.5 if you go through. The Lokayukta or state Lokpal, by whatever name called. No, I'll come to you, sir. Sir, in the law, it is not one. What becomes late, it overrides the one. Please understand, not understand it. If you still see.
No, please. Mr. Roy.
Sir, let me. One thing is.
Mr. Roy, please.
Sir, these perceptions on law should be tested either when we both sit together. No, I understand you. If you think that I should sit with you and talk about 64.1 and also 64.5, wherein I'll be able to convince you 64.5 has an overriding force of the 64.1. But if you can convince me, then I should not let me. If you can convince me, I think there is a need for a change. Why all this? If the spirit of the bill is, the spirit of what the government thinks is, that we should not take away your rights, and that is why the amendment has come on the last moment of the debate. And somebody says, how can you bring in the last minute? And you don't even give a man to correct himself. That is wrong. In a democracy, in a polity like this, we should always change. A dynamic society like ours must be changing. It should not be rigid. It could be another man sitting somewhere else trying to be rigid anywhere. Sir, I'm telling you. Now I go to LOP, who said, look, you wanted to bring a weak bill and said we would have given you the statutory backing, the constitutional backing, if you were to know the bill was strong. Sir, that is all the reason that you should help us. That is all the reason you must vote for us. Because once we give you a strong foundation of a constitutional backing, foundation, when we become a constitutional institution, even if the bill is little weak, any day we can change. I just quote, I was impressed by one sentence of Mr. Pranab Dar, who said, he says, you may say it is imperfect. You may say it is imperfect. Yes, it may not be the best, but that does not mean that in order to achieve the best, we will give up the good. So we must know that what we are today trying to talk is about a bill. If you still think it can be made strong, if you still have few clauses that should be added, if you still think that few clauses should be taken out, if you still think that how the CBI should come, or how it can still be discussed.
We have 6 more speakers.
You have really shut down a thing which would have given us more strength if it were to be a constitutional institution. What is this? Or there is Secretary Rahul Gandhi, when the discussion was going on in the parliament, after knowing the mood, thought it should be passed, and they thought this institution must come, it should become a reality, and he came one step further to say, not only it must become reality, it must become a constitutional reality where you can't change and meddle and tinker with it. That is the commitment the Congress has. Quite possible, all are not, everybody is infallible. Everybody is infallible. If you think that something has gone wrong, I still believe it can be corrected, and that could have come in a framework where it would have been a constitution.
वो जब आएगा जब बात करेंगे पानी जी आप बेफिक्र रहिए जब आएगा तो
पानी जी since you have raised,
हमारे पार्टी का क्या स्टैंड है जब बराबर बात करेंगे प्लीज
Pani ji, I am a strong protagonist of Telangana, there is no doubt on that. But disrupting the houses, I would not believe. And when my friends, which I was leading, while I could go out and protest, I would at least disagree with them when they try to disrupt the house from inside. That is my thing. That is why I don't want you to disrupt me. That whatever be my thing, I might go out of my friends. Few friends might mistake me, but that is my commitment as far as the house and house proceedings are concerned. Now, Paniji, please give me some time to understand this, because I am trying to talk about this. Now there is another contentious issue of CBI. Sir, I am asking you, Paniji, people like you, a tribal activist, a right activist, do you want a police state in this country? You want an independent CBI for what? The CBI is today a police institution. It is not ombudsman as you are trying to think. It is a police institution. To give it independence, for it to arrest, for it to prosecute, for it to confiscate, for it to put you in jail, for it to put a cases against you, and you want the entire thing to be done. That team, whatever it is, only because there is a retired police officer, want the entire police departments or police setups to go down to the mandal level, so that the nation is run by those mandal level police stations. This is absolutely not acceptable as far as the republic is concerned, democracy is concerned. You might do anything. That is why we have met halfway. I am trying to ask here whether BJP or any other party or even the other group which go in the name of civil society without civility. If they would like to ask me what exactly is that we have not met, please give me one example. I can understand you people talking because you talk about the state, because you know the people and you know the needs of the state. You have been talking to me in the legal terminology and you are trying to say that is acceptable. If I am wrong, we should sit together to sort it out. They are talking, what is it they first started? They said the constitution. They said Sir Lokpal should be appointed by so-and-so thing. We have agreed. Even when they said, we said 3/4. When we said we wanted, when we gave 8 names, they said no, 4. We agreed to those 4. Constitution is through. Then we came down to what exactly, who should be included. PM was another contentious issue. Although personally I feel, as a student of political science, as a student of law, that the Prime Minister of this country is different from the Prime Minister of other Westminster countries. He represents a diversified society where he represents this big nation. He cannot be equated dynamic. This is the words of Downing in the UK bank. So even then he has agreed. So what happened, sir? Then you had said conditions. Even in the condition when we said 3/4 of people should say, you came with the amendment 2/3 enough. All right, agreed. You have been very good to us. Munificent of you. Then what exactly you wanted? You wanted the investigation, the prosecution go on. Again, as I already said, can you give me one example in any Westminster system in the world? As a Westminster parliamentary system is only few countries. Can you give me one example today where an agency like this, like CBI or any other agency, which deals with bill, is not accountable to executive, political executive? Can you give me one example? Still you talk because you have to talk. That is why Mr. Yechuri said, "Nigaah ek jagah aur nishana dusra." See, we are indulging in some kind of political brinkmanship, one-upmanship. I understand what started as a real good movement, a national movement which we understood and we responded to it, is now mired into politics. And that mired into politics has become the electoral politics. This is not what we expect from a house like this. We are trying to say, whatever question you are saying, then, sir, the 10th question, I don't want to repeat because the finance minister who was replying to the other house said all the 10 points that they asked. All of them are agreed. All of them are agreed. In the case, for example, we thought one person has, I don't want to again go into detail because Abhishek has said it so. So my again detailing or my repetition perhaps will dilute his own strong argument. Lest it is going to weaken his argument, just one word I would put it is, as far as the investigation, you can't choose the complaint, then inquire yourself, then investigate by yourself, then again prosecute by yourself. As he said, he is not judge. Sar superintendent comes to judge also. You can't be both jury and judge, investigator and jury and judge. This is not acceptable. Any criminal system. So this is what we have done. Then you said, no, all right, let the CBI be independent. As I said, it can't be independent for God's sake. We said at least let the CBI be headed by independent man. And we tried to bring that director of CBI, a person who is totally not under your clutches. He is appointed not like regularly in the executive order. He is again appointed by leader of the opposition and the speaker and the other person. So here he is absolutely safe. He is independent. He has given all the reasons to be independent. Then he need not bother about your interferences at all. Sir, on this again I am talking because LOP is not here. But again, let friends know, the Hawala case, then Vinit Narayan's case, where the benchmark of the CBI's investigative authorities' rights are fixed. And please evaluate my bill against the background of what the Supreme Court has said. Please evaluate this bill against the background of what the other two judgments have come. So that is why, again, that got on. Sir, the last I come, because of time you are looking. Sir, the reservation. Sir, reservation, for God's sake, don't say it is under 15 or 16. I don't know why word reservation is being taken. This has become the policy, article of faith with this government, that we want to take all people along whenever there is big institutions like this are coming up. We are not interested who is going to get what percentage. We said this country belongs to all of us. The majority of us who have been forgotten, whose tears cannot be seen by you, whose burning is never understood by you, whose vibrations are always aberrations to you. We thought we should take them as a policy decision. This is not any 16 or 14, 15. This is our policy and we shall have it. Today it is the beginning, it is the starting of the entire thing. Quite possible, as somebody said, feared in the Lok Sabha, will it come to Supreme Court? So what if it comes? If it is going to pervade the entire society of mine, what? You think you will keep me out? For 2,000 years you have kept me out of the schools. You have kept me out of touching your books. You have kept me out of your own parrots. Then what is this you are trying to do? So it is a policy decision of us. So when we said Muslims are not getting any special 4.5. Please understand that. The day we thought of reservation for the BCs, they're part of it. It's another matter. Few states have not. As far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, they have started implementing it. We don't look to Supreme Court at all. Somebody says it will not stand the test. It has stood the test in Andhra Pradesh case. We went to High Court and we went to Supreme Court. We won the case. Let it be known to that. Let us not become cynical. I can understand you are being critical. But now what I am saying is, let us start this. Sir, then we should. So, sir, that is why I am saying it is a policy issue. As a policy issue we have taken it, so reservation shall certainly stay with us as a policy and is an article of faith with us. Thank you very much, sir.